Good evening, and thank you for clicking on my channel once again. I just finished watching Supergirl, the 2026 rendition, obviously. Um, this is directed by Craig Gillespie. Writers are Jerry Siegel, Anna Gary. Maybe that's how you pronounce her name. And we have Millie Alcock, who plays Supergirl. David Cornswell makes an appearance in the movie, who plays Superman. Eve Ridley plays Ruthie. Um, Mathis. Lord, I'm going to murder these names. Scoenarts, who plays Cram. Um, and um, who else we got? Um, Jason Momoa, obviously playing Lobo, and you got some other people in here. I mean, I don't know if they're really worth mentioning, but this is Kara, aka Supergirl, joins forces with an unlikely companion on an interstellar journey on vengeance and justice when an unexpected adversary strikes too close to home. Um, so Ruthie, um, she loses her parents due to Cram, who comes in basically trying to um he's either after money, um just kind of like whatever he can take from people, you know. And in their home they only had swords that her father made and pie that she made, the mother. So instead of just like taking the sword and going off, he kills them and leaves without even taking a sword. So Ruthie is on vengeance, or wants vengeance, um, and seeking out anyone who could help her. And she finds Supergirl. She doesn't realize she's Supergirl until later. But like Kara, when she's on a certain planet, she doesn't have her powers. Um, which then, if you're watching the movie, you do realize that why isn't she fighting these people? Um, it's due to certain suns, where like on this one planet, a red sun is basically booming over, and she doesn't have her powers. Wherein I forgot what other planet she was on, where it's the yellow sun, which helps give her her powers, and then she's able to fight and do her Supergirl thing, kicks butt and whatnot. Um, and yeah, like at first they're not getting along because in this iteration, if you've seen the trailers, this Supergirl is not your typical Supergirl, basically. She's kind of on a binger. She's celebrating her birthday basically, and I think because of like this certain planet, because even me when I was watching it, I was just like, wait, she can't get drunk, but I'm like, oh, she doesn't have her powers there, and so I think that's why she was there to like when she's drinking, she wants to feel the inebriation, if you will. Um, and so there's that where that kind of makes sense in a sense. Um, and yeah, like she doesn't have anybody around to like be with, and Kal-El, um, aka Clark, aka Superman, is asking when is she gonna come home. You know, they miss her, blah blah blah. And she's like she didn't know, and yeah. So I mean, it's an adventure on again seeking vengeance and justice, as it states. So overall, I'm just gonna say this for my in my own opinion. I didn't mind this movie. I definitely liked it better than Superman. I know there's some people who really like Superman, and look, David, I guess he's fine. He's not my Superman. I'm sorry, he's just not. Um, for whatever reason, they didn't want to give you know, my Superman another movie. They just like, oh, you can be in Justice League and um Superman versus Batman, whatever. But having another sequel or whatever, no. Why would we do that? But instead, we want to like make a whole new Superman and make a fucking dumbass Superman. I don't know. That movie just it was dumb for me. It didn't it didn't it did not win me over. So sorry. So sorry. But let's dive on into some reviews, shall we? Overall so far it's getting a 6.1 rating out of a 10. This one gives it a 7 out of 10, just as Supergirl. This is a decent movie, and that's kind of like how I feel about it. It's not the greatest superhero movie, but it's solid. It really is a movie about the journey of Kara. She isn't a female version of Superman, but it shows her struggles with trauma and how she fights to find herself. Give it a go. The villain is a bit meh, but the story isn't about saving the universe, it is about the character of Supergirl and her discovery of herself. Some of the CGI is a bit average in parts, but in others, it's fine. I would definitely agree with that review. It is, average, but it is also a story of like recovery. Lord, I can't talk. Discovery and helping others, I guess, trying to discover themselves, in a sense, Um, this next one gives it a 5. Supergirl can't save this week's script. I went into this movie excited to watch Supergirl, but somehow the film seemed far more interested in another character that was constantly pushed to the forefront. By the end, it felt like she was the actual protagonist, while Supergirl had been reduced to a supporting role in her own movie. This character is easily the most frustrating part of the film. Her dialogue is annoying, her performance never clicked with me, and the camera keeps returning to her so often that it becomes distracting. What's worse is that she doesn't have any meaningful character arc. that justifies the amount of screen time she received. The screenplay is shockingly weak. Considering the budget and the talent involved, this should have been a far more entertaining and engaging film. Instead, it somehow manages to be dull, poorly paced, and emotionally flat. It's genuinely surprising that a movie with so many resources ended up feeling this underdeveloped. As for Supergirl herself, she's actually one of the few bright spots. She has charisma, presence, and looks every bit the super. I'm sorry, it doesn't even say super. Every bit the hero the movie should have focused on. Unfortunately, the lack of chemistry between the two leads drags the entire film down, and she simply isn't giving enough material to carry the story by herself. This one of the most disappointing superhero movies I've seen in recent years. A strong lead performance can't save a film when the script is weak and focus is placed on all the wrong characters. Um, I mean, I somewhat agree with that. Like, it really was focusing more on Ruthie for whatever reason than Supergirl. I mean, hello, the movie is Supergirl, so I don't know. This next one says genuinely entertaining, 6 out of 10. While not 100% loyal to the comics, I give applause to uh, Gillespie and Noir, the directors, that is, um, since the overall film still remained dark as the comics intended. Despite the directing this, I still found a number of shots that could easily be mistaken as the film was directed by Gunn. As someone who gave this film a chance, I would highly encourage the same for those who are on the fence about it. Never mind the hater or naysayers who says it's trash. Watch it and decide for yourself. Um, this next one is a 7 out of 10. Don't read the comic before going to see this movie. So I already was already fully aware of the source material before I went in, and it was a bit bummed that, oh, excuse me, and was a bit bummed they changed some key factors for the movie and just didn't work for me. Excuse me. But the overall arc is still good. It's not a superhero movie per se. The big bad is not Cram of the Yellow Heels. It's grief. Festering, untreated grief. Whereas the comic, there's a lot more detail for this. The movie skims over some stuff, meaning that the effect hits less. Nevertheless, if you forget the comic, this is still a good movie, but I don't rank the Superman film better than this. Take that with what you will. Last but not least, this one gives it a 4 out of 10. A disappointment. I was excited for this film, ignoring all the controversy. I really was curious to see what DC had to offer with Supergirl as a character. Lobo's there? Question mark. Even better. What a disappointment this film was. From the I don't give a fuck mentally Supergirl had from the beginning, the annoying girl that accompanied her, though out the whole story, the plot holes, bad editing, bad cinematography, bad directing choices, and bad writing overall. The boredom kicked in after 20 minutes, and it got worse after Supergirl's backstory. The characters make stupid decisions and a very convenient plot to move the story forward. Very sad to see this movie flop, as it is just the second movie in Gunn's DCU reboot. Hope for the future of DC isn't looking bright, and that comes with from a DC fan. In summary, don't waste your time on this film and just do something else. So apparently he didn't like that movie. So again, I don't know. Let me say, out of a 10, I give it a 7. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great either. I don't think I would revisit this. But again, I definitely enjoyed um, this movie a lot better than Superman. So again, take that with what you will. Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm not the biggest DC fan, to be honest with you, but I'm also not enjoying this reboot that Gunn had decided to do for whatever reason. I don't think it was necessary to do a reboot. I think you already had developed characters. Why are we rebooting it? Now basically you're gonna redo everything all over again, basically doing the same movies. You maybe mix in some different characters that we haven't seen. Like obviously we haven't seen Lobo before. Um, and and while I'm mentioning him, like he was like one of the main characters, or I should say side characters, to be in this film, though he has very little screen time. Don't understand that. I know I kind of agree with them talking about the little girl being in more shots than Supergirl. Like, what is that about? I mean, come on. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's not terrible, but just not great. It's just. But yeah, I mean, if you haven't already seen this film, um, I say check it out. Check it out for yourself. But I wouldn't like rush to go see it. Like if you don't have anything to do, I mean, sure. Um, but I'm sorry. Like Marvel has been doing such a better job with their movies, and why they can't get on board and do better films like Marvel, I don't know. I really don't understand. But with that being said, um, that's really it. That's all I got. But if you had seen this film, let me know your thoughts down below. And yeah, and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay. All right. See you next time. Bye. Mwah.